Hello, my friends. Welcome to the final day of CGL's multi-tier tournament fall 2020. We are here in Tier 2 with some big playoff implications. Elk Gaming going up against Tribulation for the fight for that very last playoff spot. Billy, I am so looking forward to this.
Boy, I have been looking forward to this too, Bull Skunk, as I've got quite a few friends on these teams that I used to play with in Tier 1. Back in the day when I was a player, most notably of them, my Quebecois brother from another mother, Swiggity Swooty, the captain of Elk Gaming, now formerly of Darkness. We've got some other people that I played with on N7, Kitsune out there, Twitch. By the way, the Twitch 182, the main tank for them, was a Philadelphia Eagles hometown hero for his service to the country. He was recognized this past September for that honor. Little bit of a thank you for his service out there. That's a big pog.
Big thank you.
Talking about Elk right now, they started the season off 0-3, and they have been on a 5-match tear and have only lost 2 maps across those 5 series. So they are really in the hunt for this. They thought they were out of it in the beginning, and they really wanted to thank their coaches, Barrel Eagle and Kobe, saying that they really turned around their season and the best coaches that Tier 2 has seen in all these time they have been playing. So they really wanted to make sure that the coaches knew how much they really appreciate their service to them. On the other side, though, Tribulation, they started off the season in a funk as well. They went 1-3 in their first games. They are on a 4-match tear right now on themselves. They are calling themselves the Zero to Hero Squad, led by Futters and by Falcon, the main tank. They're heart of the team. You know, the soul. They keep each other up throughout the matches. They keep themselves up after every fight between maps. They really said that, Falcon and Futters as a combo play together. The rest of the team all new at the beginning of this multi-tier tournament. So what we're looking for from them is that leadership coming out of them. And also we're looking at Gamer. They told me to look for Gamer to pop off in the flex DPS role. So we'll see what they bring to the table. They've got a mascot as well. I'll bring a little bit more about that as we head into this series. But yeah, there's a lot of love between these two teams. It was a very hotly contested match from what I heard. I know nothing about this, and they made sure to keep it that way. So I don't know how many maps this goes, but I am excited to get into it after a little bit of paperwork on our end.
Yeah, definitely keeping a sharp eye on Falcon and Futters, the tank line for Tribulation, to lead the charge, see if they can create the space necessary and fight their way into that postseason. As you saw in the standings, teams neck and neck coming into this final week, battling for that precious 4th place slot, top 4, moving on to playoffs, which will start week after next. As we take a look at our map pool here for week number 9. This is a fixed map pool in our first of 3 series. Starting off on Lijiang Tower, heading to Eichenwald for your hybrid this week. Volskaya is your Assault Junkertown, your escort map, and Oasis, that elusive tiebreaker if we need to go to map 5.
Man, I mean, based upon the results that we've seen so far across the weekend, nothing is game here. I mean, there's nothing venture, nothing gain. This is the last chance for you to get in. Both teams on identical records right now. I'm excited to see how they go through this, because this has been touted as one of the matches of the week. They said it was very exciting. It was back and forth, so I don't know. We'll see what we can get out of them from these two teams. Of course, we're going to get our first chance to look at them. We saw Tribulation's senior squad go down 1-3 last night and got themselves, put into either the 2nd or the 4th position, or 3rd or 4th position, I think. 2nd or 4th?
They'll make it, right. But yeah, it was still kind of...
They'll make it.
Yeah, they'll make it, but it was still up in the air pending on another match, so still waiting the result of that one. But
so they're wanting to, as a group or as an org, they want to get as many teams in as they can, so... because there's a little bit of bragging rights at the end of the season last year. Of course, 88's taking 2 of the championships and coming out as, I guess, the org on top. So, Tribulation tried to put themselves into that conversation as well, Bullskunk.
And, so far it's so good this season for all of their teams. It seems a very strong organization, a storied organization here in the CGL. With a lot of vets throughout the different tiers that they play on, but like you said, this team relatively new. This roster is pretty much a bunch of rookies as far as I can tell, aside from that tank line. But let's not waste any more time. without further ado, let's get this one going. Let's get this one underway. Your final Week 9 match of the regular season, at least on this channel. Coming at you now, starting off on...
Gardens?
Gardens.
Yeah, win and you're in. That's the tenor of the night. That is what the entire thread of our entire storyline tonight is going to be, is you got to win to get in. You got to win to get in, and then hopefully, if you don't win, that team below you, if I remember the standings correctly, if they win certain amount of games and they get in above the person that loses this match. So coming out, looking at a little bit of Rolling Thunder from Elk Gaming with the Reinhardt and the Hammond coming in. A little bit of teleporter action to get them onto the point quickly.
Yeah, and they are going to claim that space and pretty much claim the entirety of the courtyard. You do have Battle up in the skies, trying to put some hurt down, as Falcon is doing their best to displace, maybe even look for an environmental, nearly threw themselves into the pit, as we get trades right out of the gate. 5v5 here to start things off. Gamer for Life on this Tracer, trying to put some pressure down on the Reinhardt, and Twitch is going to have to charge back onto the point. Had that Discord orb and was forced to play safe. And slowly but surely, Tribber's starting to gain some space, but Elk already have control of this point as Penguin gets taken out. And Falcon going in. Oh, but they lose damage. Nice shot from Smiles. Is going to take the Discord orb off the table, and that might just seal the deal here for first control.
Absolutely. I mean, look at the ultimate charges from both the DPS and the support squad from Elk Gaming right now. Both of them closing in on 90% already. A lot of healing having to go out there. And we see a swap for now. Penguin Bud swapping over to the Roadhog to try and pull some of these characters out of their positioning and just execute them en masse.
Ooh, and immediately gets hit with a Pulse Bomb. Gamer starting things off beautifully for Tribulation as they push in and try to take this point back. They are running into two support ults, coming up on a pair of their own as battle goes down. So, Smiles able to take battle out for the second time, or that was Smiles getting that first kill, forgive me. But under a lot of pressure, Smiles is eventually going to go down as Battle finds that revenge. The Echo is back up, doing work, putting that focusing beam onto the point as the Mines are going to find one as well. Transcendence out from Tribulation as they try to clean up this fight. Battle taking down Glazed Donut, going a long way in that endeavor.
Absolutely. I mean, not a lot invested into it from the side of Elk Gaming. I mean, they're going to lose this point, only having invested that Photon Barrier and the Coalescence, so they'll have some tools to take the aggression back onto the point, but you're running into another Pulse Bomb from Gamer. This will be the second of this map, and then we're looking for the duplicate. I think you want to either pull out the Winston that has just been swapped over by Penguin Bud, or you pull out the Reinhardt and get a second Shatter on the board.
Pulse Bomb coming out. Gamer was trying to be one with the Shrub there. Didn't quite land the Pulse, though. Damage got themselves in deep and a lot of trouble as the duplicate comes through. The duplicate Shatter's going to find a pair, but not able to really get a whole lot done with it. They're going to take Kitsune down, so a large source of healing absent from Elk's front line as they're trying to push in here and reclaim this. Shatter out from them, and Twitch is able to get one. Glazed Donut newly swapped over to that Sombra. Return is able to get one as well. So Elk Gaming have claimed a lot of space here. Twitch is going to find Futters. And you can just see them slowly inching Tribulation off at this point. Tribulation and Mines get tossed in, but the Deadeye's going to find a pair. Make sure those DPS duo cannot get any work done as Elk Gaming push in and will claim this point, but Trip pretty much tied it up in percentage.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was a great swap over from Glazed Donut, bringing out the Sombra to the mix, really zoning in on Falcon on this Wrecking Ball, just not really allowing him to play the game. And, you know, that's the beauty of the Sombra right now, taking all that high mobility and disruption out of the back line. However, you still have self-destruct on the table from Futter, so can they land something in there? I'm not sure. Sound Barrier and Coalescence online for Elk Gaming to stop the aggression coming in.
Falcon didn't quite land that. I think missed their rollout on that as the self-destruct did go through. Didn't really find anything. Coalescence now out from Elk. They look to stave off this aggression, and then McCree's both off the battlefield. Sound Barrier invested from Elk as the res comes through, but Futters is going to get D-Max, so it's still a 5v5. I say that. I spoke too soon. Trade still cut out both main tanks now off the battlefield, and the Death Blossom will be the difference maker. Gamer picks up two with the spinning shotguns of death. Battle picks up a pair, and Tribulation flipped this point.
They do flip this point, and not terribly expensive. You know, only 2 ultimates into that fight, but you got Deadeye to stop the aggression coming in. What you got to look for is, will Glaze be able to hack them out of it or build up to an EMP? And look for Twitch to get a Shatter, maybe Shatter EMP combo coming into this next fight. Smiles not too far off, a couple of headshots. Might have that Deadeye online for the next fight.
I'm keeping a sharp eye on Glazed Donut. Get the last 8% they need. That could be the fight winner and the opening round winner here for Elk Gaming, is they're going to take down Damage right out of the gate, who was 86% to trans, the one thing that could have stopped the EMP. But Gamer on the front line has already grabbed 2 fighters, grabs 1. EMP does come through. Are there enough reinforcements for Elk to win the fight, though? Mines out from Falcon are going to deny entrance. Penguin finds that out the hard way as a Deadeye is thrown out just for celebration, and it's going to be Tribulation. Finding our opening round, bringing it almost all the way back. It was 70-0, Billy.
Yeah, it was, and I mean, that's a great amount of aggression from both sides. Nice ultimate rotations coming from both of them as well. I think the Sombra diff came into play, but I think they swapped a little bit too late for it to get the full actuation that they wanted from it. So, you know, Glazed Donut, I think that if they would have, you know, translocated and got back onto the point and popped that EMP right away, you would have devalued the mines, you would have devalued all the healing that was going through there. I mean, they got the opening pick onto Damage on the Zen. That was the Discord orb off the table. Twitch, I don't know where he was at, but I mean, if the EMP Shatter would have come through, we would have been just fine. So now into Control Center, Brawl-centric map. Let's see how they address with this. May and Junkrat coming out from Elk Gaming, looking like the same DPS. McCree and Reaper coming out from Tribulation.
It's a lot of damage between those two. They've also got the Zarya to back it up as opposed to the Wrecking Ball from Elk. Oh, but what a Fire Strike. Gamer gets pile drived up and then just lands right in the center of that Fire Strike. Gives first kill over to Elk, as they're just going to keep chasing these kills out, get as many exit picks as they can before that point unlocks. They do have somebody back there trying to claim that, but that mid-Twitch was down a man, ends up eating a lot of damage. You can see the power of that Zarya coming through to help Falcon and the front line of Tribulation win that war. Now they can start to push in and try to reclaim this point, but all the while Elk, they're going to drop the tire, and they're going to take down both tanks. They continue to build up percentage, and that might have just won them the fight. What an early, fantastic tire from Glazed Donut.
Yeah, I thought they were going to actually be in a lot of trouble with Twitch going down so early, and especially with watching what I'm seeing from fighters right now, the bubble management is a little bit hasty. They're being more proactive than reactive, which is what you want to see from your Zarya play. You want to see them being in the middle of that damage and get that charge built up, but we'll see if they can work around this right now as Penguin Bud running the rolling, the hamster right now. We're going to the Rolling Thunder tank line again from Elk Gaming, and nice walls coming out from Smiles. Pretty good performance on this May.
Falcon with Shatter online, throws it right into the shield of Twitch. Able to bring that back, and it was falling behind there in the ult charge, but a good block there is enough as the Coalescence backing them up. Kitsune is able to burn one down with that. A very important kill in the main tank. Futters falls as well, and this is going to be another fight win for Elk Gaming.
You know, and they popped 2 ultimates there. Nicely done by that. I mean, we'll see that Coalescence come up pretty quickly again with the amount of healing that Kitsune is putting out right now. Penguin swapping over to a Zarya of their own. So now we're going to have that sustain. We're going to allow Twitch to get a little bit more aggressive into this. They recognize that might be a win condition for them.
The Junkrats just kill each other. But Kitsune falls to Falcon as we're getting a little bit of the mobile mechas coming out from Tribulation. They've gone to the Wrecking Ball and the Diva in lieu of the Brawl. Now, I'm curious to see what they can find with this. Is Falcon is in the back, and Penguin's in a lot of trouble. Penguin's going to fall as Futters manages to find the final blows on both tanks. Apparently, the tank swap worked well, to my surprise, as Tribulation finally gets some percentage started on Control Center.
Well, we also see a swap from Damaged as well. We see him go over to the Baptiste, so you've got the Immortality barrier ready to go to really stave off a lot of this Brawl attention that's coming from Elk Gaming. But you do have Sound Barrier. You could go in on tempo, but you got to watch out for Battle's Deadeye. Where is he hiding out at?
Yeah, both Sound Barriers online, as a matter of fact. Oh, the Shatter's going to interrupt the Deadeye. What a play. Tire coming out from Gamer. See if it gets well. It doesn't look like any Tyler fired. They both came out simultaneously. Neither really finding much value. Gamer is trying to put some damage in from above, but the mines are down, separating what was a tightly bunched Elk Gaming, and now kind of scattered to the wind. They're looking to be in trouble. As Twitch is going to fall to Zinco and Futters. Blizzard out to try to hang on to that. It's a late Blizzard, but, I mean, we're at a 3v2 on point. Coalescence invested late as well as reinforcements start to return. Falcon's going to go spin to win by as much percentage for Tribulation as they possibly can. And they're going to pick up a kill on a Kitsune along the way. Taking the primary support, the primary source of healing gone. Follows it up with a kill onto Glazed Donut as well. Falcon is pretty much single-handedly keeping Tribulation in this fight as they cross the 70% threshold.
They do, and I mean, we see Glazed Donut now swapping off the Soldier and going over to the McCree, probably to try and deal with the Wrecking Ball at some point using that flashbang. But I mean, you've got 3 ultimates online to hold this point, crossing 80%. We're starting to rapidly approach last fight territory. Big hook from Penguin, though.
Yeah, and the follow-up freeze on the Futters. Gamer's Tire now is going to pick up one. Glazed Donut had just swapped over to the McCree and doesn't even get a chance to play it. As Baptiste drops that Ant Matrix from the high ground, causing a lot of problems. Not really much way for anybody to get up there. Self-Destruct is going to come through and do the cleanup. As Tribulation now just a couple kills away from taking our opening map. They will take Lijiang Tower in a 1-0 lead in this high-stakes matchup.
I mean, let's talk about Falcon and that pile driver that was set up into the self-destruct from his buddy Futters. That was beautiful work. I mean, Twitch had nowhere to go. He couldn't shield anything. He was popped in the sky high into the ceiling. And yeah, there was nowhere he could go. And that was just a beautiful combo play from them. So, I mean, 2-0 to Tribulation. That'll take them to 1-0 in our series. And you know, I'm impressed. I'm impressed from both teams. It was back and forth. The aggression was hot and heavy. Maybe a couple of questionable ults from Elk Gaming, namely that Blizzard that came out really late. I don't think they necessarily needed it. They could have held it for a few more seconds at least, and that would have stopped the Wrecking Ball stall that came onto the point from Falcon. And yeah, I'm impressed with what I'm seeing so far. Seeing some good play from both sides. Support's doing their job. I really like the swap that came out, though, from Damaged onto that Baptiste. That amplification matrix, the healing going through it, was absolutely massive, and I was very happy to see the Haitian healer come out today.
Yeah, there wasn't really a whole lot that Elk could do to get up there to put any kind of pressure on it. So, I mean, the Baptiste just had free reign on the double healing, the double damage. And I agree with you completely. The Coalescence and the Blizzard that came out were like 5 seconds too early, if that. If they had held on just a little bit longer, they could have stopped the stall. They could have stopped the Wrecking Ball. And Falcon came in and found a pair of kills on the Hammond, not to mention creating that big stall. And one of those kills was Kitsune. And once the Moira was off the table, it was all downhill from there for Elk Gaming. So we'll head to Eichenwald for map number 2, see if they can bring it back, see if they can tie up the series. And in tier 2 here, we definitely see a lot of brawl-centric comps, and I was a little concerned when Trib made the swap, especially on Control Center, which is traditionally so brawl-heavy. But they made it work really well, and I think that will be exponentially more beneficial heading into Eichenwald, where you have all these high ground and angles to work with.
Especially since Elk wasn't running a Zen. Really, Falcon really didn't have to fear very much. If he would have gotten super low, I mean, you have the amp healing coming from Lucio, or you have the direct healing coming from the Baptiste. You have the immortality barrier to keep him up to, should he drop way too low. So, I mean, without the Zen on the field, Wrecking Ball has a lot of space to work with, has a lot of room to move, a lot of disruption in the back. We saw the healers getting focused by Falcon quite a bit, and it was a Falcon and Futters show. You would see Falcon go into pile drive, and you'd see Futters go back into it and follow up on that pile drive and take the assassination and get the final blow on it. So, I mean, that tank line right now, we talked about it in the beginning, it's starting to show its head already in this series. And now into Eichenwald, looks like we will see Tribulation coming out onto the defense. So how do they path this? How do they manage this? What kind of positioning, what kind of tanks are they going to bring out? Looks like the mobile mechas are going to be the order of the day for them. And Damage is going to bring out Baptiste again. I'm not hating this whatsoever. I love the fact that they're going to bring out this immortality barrier that's going to, of course, stop them from being killed as long as it's up. So, how do they play around this if you're Elk Gaming? I mean, you got to get into him, get him out of this area of effect, really focus the fire down onto the Baptiste. If you take the Baptiste out of the fight, it's almost like a fight win.
It certainly goes a long way. And Elk are going to bring out the Reinhardt and the Wrecking Ball once again. Penguin immediately is, just clearing the trap. Got that trap clear, boys. We're good to go. We're free to move forward now. As they try to answer this brutal tank line of Falcon and Futters. Not wasting any time. Looks like they're going to push in and try to move in through the left side of tower.
Yep, and we've got Zulu Heavy coming in on the Pharah, another one of the OG CGL players that I know from days back. Nice couple of opening kills from both the DPS of Elk Gaming. That's huge.
Falcon just saved Smiles alive. I think the pile driver pulled him back onto safe ground. I've never seen that, Billy. That made me giggle. Sorry. Smiles was able to find an early pick. Now looking to follow up with the flash fan onto Falcon. Falcon goes down. Zulu gets their second of the fight. And Elk, they're going to push in and claim first point with a quickness.
Yeah, I mean, that's really smartly done from them. The opening 2 DPS picks from Elk Gaming absolutely starting the rush onto the point. It was just a little bit of cleanup from there. You did get the immortality barrier out of damage, which prolonged the fight, but it was pretty much done and dusted from that point. Both support ultimates are going to be online for Elk Gaming as we move through the streets phase here of Eichenwald. Deadeye online as well. I like this Rolling Thunder. I like the fact that you've got a mobile shield as well as the disruptive capabilities of the Hammond from Penguin Bud.
Well, like you say, still no Zenyatta on the battlefield from Elk. So Falcon is still in a lot of trouble. They are going to chase him down. And Elk Gaming find an important kill, but Battle's going to respond with a nice shot from the high ground, remove Kitsune from the battlefield. Nevertheless, it's Elk Gaming continuing to roll forward. They still have a huge bank of ultimates. Zulu's not going to get a chance to use theirs. Now the Matrix out from the high ground. Gamer Troll is going to put a lot of 40 damage per second, per shot, I mean, coming out. And look at that. Immediately 2 kills to Gamer Troll's belt right there. And we're going to get the res through, but the attack has been thwarted momentarily.
Yeah, and it's Mercy diff right now. Mercy contributing to 3 of those kills. I mean, the Amp Matrix is also to bear as well. So what we're looking for right now, you've got to deal with the damage boosted DPS on top. I mean, you've got to bring something out that will get up into their face and really put some pressure in onto them, because right now it's just not enough for Penguin Bud to be going in there and trying to knock them up.
Yeah, it puts a lot of pressure on that Wrecking Ball. They're going to try to move up, path up through the stairs. They're running into mines, using Coalescence to try to escort up, but it's become a bit of a stalemate here at the choke. Bob was thrown in just to stall out the attack even further. Penguin Bud is going to try to push up, but they're by themselves, forced to get out with just a tick of health, maybe 2 ticks of health to their name. And the rest of the team is starting to look a little disjointed. You had Zulu Heavy swap to a Hanzo and going from the backside while the main tank is coming around front. Save the Mercy! Save your Mercy! All right, Mercy's going to find safe ground. Oh, no! Same cannot be said for Twitch. Twitch is going to fall as the Deadeye is thrown in from Smiles. Smiles will pick up 2. It's just a McCree and a Moira on the point, though. Do they have enough reinforcements to continue this push? Looks like Penguin won the Wrecking Ball war as the 2 DPS trade out, and it's a Baby Diva versus a Moira left on cart. Oh, the Baby Diva wins!
But it's going to be it for Baby Diva right there. Yep, that's it right there. Big Dynamite coming in from Battle, though. They lose their life for their efforts there. And here comes the push. Now, will there be enough time for a recontest coming from Tribulation? I'm not so sure. They get off the cart, though. There's no progress being made.
Yeah, there's very slow progress being made as they're trying to hold the door. You've got Falcon returning to the fight. Is going to try to contest as long as possible. Gamer gets an early pick. Mines are out from the attacking Elk, which is going to keep Falcon from doing the spin maneuver. And Zulu's going to find not 1, but 2 kills to help get this battering ram punching down this door.
Yep, and just a little over 3:45 left to go through this point here. Smiles bringing out the Tracer now. A little bit of a swap that I did not catch earlier. A couple of late exit kills as they start to progress into the castle here, and Gamer decides that these tanks have had enough, and he's going to bring out the Edgelord himself. But you do have the Coalescence to go ahead. You do have the Shatter and the Dragons. This is going to be a hell of a push here from them if they can land their combos in sequence.
Yeah, this is going to require a perfect Diva Bomb to stave off the aggression. Dragon's coming through right over the corner. Immortality Field is there, but Falcon is going to be very low once it goes away. Indeed will fall. Smiles able to get that final blow. Bob out onto the cart to try to buy some time for the reinforcements to come back in. And it doesn't look like they're focusing down the Bob. It just might work to get Gamer back into this fight, apply some pressure to the front line. Zulu's going to pick up their, well, I was going to say second kill if you count the Bob, as Gamer just drops in from above, trying to rain down the Hellfire shotguns, but takes an arrow and is forced to Wraith form back out. Coalescence used to help push forward. Is going to burn down Falcon in the meantime, also protect the res to get Zulu back in the fight. Quinn picking up 2 from the Moira position. Self-destruct, just finds nothing but shield. And it's not going to stall this progress at all. Elk have the wind at their back, and they are on cleanup phase from here. Just 2.24 meters left to go.
In those mines and the pile drive consequent to it was absolutely huge.
Shatter.
Shatter just popping right there.
And Gamer's there to clean it up. Might have stopped it at the last second. Twitch getting their second shatter of the fight. Can they deny res? No! Battle is back up and Falcon goes down. What a hole from Tribulation. I don't believe my eyes, Billy. This looked to be all Elk. This looked to be a downhill fight. And there's the Death Blossom just to make sure those last 2 meters do not get picked up by Elk.
And damaged, swapped over to the Ana and landed a huge nade onto Twitch. There was no healing that Reinhardt whatsoever, but look at Penguin in the back. Just hiding here. Gets left.
Oh, that's a sad
What
sight.
are you doing, lad? What are you doing up there?
That's a sad sight.
Sleepy Hammond. But, you know, coming into the next fight, I mean, you're looking for Dragons. You're looking for the Coalescence once again. Bob will be available with a couple of good headshots and some dynamite from Battle.
So far, Bob has been, yeah, we've seen mixed results. The first Bob was pretty good and hold him in the choke. The second Bob seemed to, I mean, it bought enough time on cart for reinforcements to come back. So, you know what? Both Bobs that we've seen so far have been pretty good value. Here comes the third. Bob is going to run right into the back, and this is looking dangerous. Shooting Twitch in the back is going to force them back around the corner. Penguin trying to take him out, and Zulu does manage to finally get the big Omnic Butler out of their hair. Now they're free to push forward, throw the Dragons down over the cart. That's going to separate Falcon from the rest of the pack, and a lot of trouble goes down in a heap, as does Gamer Troll. Once again, early picks to start things off for Elk, but the self-destruct finds 3. That's half the team gone. No res for you. Gamer made sure of that. And once again, despite early losses, Tribulation win the fight.
Was that a sleep from damage that took the shield away from Twitch and just left them all exposed? I'm not exactly sure because Twitch had his shield health up. Oh my goodness. If that was a sleep from damage, that was the sleep of the century.
Well, in a perfectly placed bomb, thrown up in the air, just landed right on top of the cart. So it's a very difficult one to block. If, you know, even if Twitch was awake for the fight, Shatter's going to come through onto Futters. There's a big anti on the pack. Penguin is purple and trying to roll on the back. Shatter is huge from the other side. The nano boost plus the Deadeye, and there's just no hope for Elk Gaming. What a play. Twitch got 1. Falcon said, I will get 4. You go back to spawn. Get out of my castle.
Sequence of ultimates that just came out there was truly inspired from Tribulation there. They were not about to give up that 3rd point. Still, I have to know. Somebody clip it or give me some info on that. Was that a sleep from damage that took him down, or did his shield actually just crack at the very last nanosecond? Because his shield was up. When I saw the animation go off, I saw him spin around. I thought he may have gotten slept. He may have gotten slept. I don't know. Goodness gracious. But that's 2 points on the board for Elk Gaming. So your win condition is set. For Tribulation, you just got to get a little bit further than what Elk Gaming did. And I think that may have really been a mental boom to Elk Gaming, because I mean they had time. They had 4 attempts to get that through, and they just got shut out one by one by one. The swap over from Gamer to that Reaper that took down Twitch, absolutely massive 900 IQ swap for him there. He got that Death Blossom up in a real hurry as well. I also think the damage bringing out the Ana also was helping them immensely into that last defense. So for Elk Gaming, I mean, they're bringing out the Moira and Briggs. So definitely looking for some CC going into this next fight.
Big props to the Baptiste play from Tribulation as well. I believe, was that Zinka that was on the Baptiste, or did David?
Yeah,
that was nuts.
Yeah.
That saved that for them. When I thought Trib had lost that for sure, and they managed to hang on as Falcon comes in and just smashes the dome of Zulu. He's a pancake on the streets of Point A right now, and Elk Gaming are down a man early. Battle in the skies on this far. They're able to take Smiles down. That's going to be free reign here for Battle, as they're just hovering above. Raining rockets down, and Tribulation makes short work of Point A. This is going to be a massive time bank.
Zendiff.
Zen's still strong.
Said it time and time again. Zen's still strong, even though it's a 5% reduction in the damage going in to the enemies. It's still 25% extra damage. So it's still rearing its ugly head here. I don't know why people have gone so far away from him here in these levels, especially. You still get so much value from the Discord Orb, especially if you've got the Focus Fire going in on top of it.
Smiles recognizing that threat, takes damaged out early. Beautiful headshot from the Peacekeeper. Almost was able to get Battle down as well. Now looking to put pressure onto the Mercy. Take the pocket off the Pharah. And then it makes the Pharah a lot easier to kill. But Smiles not quite able to land the shots.
Missed that. I thought he had a direct hit on him with that flashbang, but yeah, still moving progress nicely. Well, actually, I say that as the card is actually not moving. It's starting to move now. So a couple of ultimates online for game. Oh no, nice boot from Quinn there. Mine's coming out from Falcon to try and get some progress on this point, and he gets one.
Yeah, Twitch is down, a very important one. Damage also back in the fight. So Tribulation are not out of this yet, especially with Smiles getting, I'm guessing, got booped into the mines. Either that or just caught a stray one maybe on the stairs as they were trying to work the off angle. But it's Trib who continue to make progress. Now they're rounding the last corner of Streets Face.
Yeah, and Zulu Heavy bringing out a Widowmaker. Brush!
That's a pair of kills.
That's going to be the point.
Yeah, follows it up with a third to the Widowmaker, and that is the point. Beautiful, beautiful ult from Battle.
I'm not sure what the Widowmaker swap is here. There's a couple of good long sight lines here, but once you round that corner, you're dead in the aim of the Zenyatta, who can place the Discord Orb on you, and you can go down in a heap. So a little bit of compositional differences right now, not in the favor of Elk Gaming. They are starting to have a bit of a problem here, trying to contain Tribulation going into this next part.
Throwing down some mines, trying to help that containment, but Penguin is out of the fight. Coalescence invested in. Twitch is in a lot of trouble. You overextended, bud. You got a Discord on you. You're running into Transcendence. Twitch is lucky to be alive, courtesy of Quinn and that sound barrier. Zulu, not so lucky. Smiles is going to throw the Deadeye in from way downtown. Decides to put that heat onto Falcon. Falcon is able to get out of there. Elk are reeling right now, and they need a big play to come through. They have no ultimates to make it happen, Billy, and here comes the self-destruct. Falcon's going to pick up one while everybody's trying to hide. Barrage is going to catch them while they're in that corner. Both supports fall under the hail of rockets. A shatter out with 0.54 meters left to go. You've got Penguin on the back of the point, but he's discorded. It's going to take a lot of damage. Somehow still in this fight. What a Maywall there. Penguin hanging on. Oh, Falcon finally takes him down. They did allow enough time for some reinforcements to show up, but Battle and Falcon are right there to chop them down as they return, and that is going to do it. Tribulation muscle their way in, losing, I mean, I'm not even sure they lost. They lost like half a fight on that entire attack as they take Eichenwald and put themselves on match point, one map away from punching their ticket into the postseason.
Yeah, DPS diff right there. I mean, the DPS of Tribulation absolutely slayed their counterparts from Elk Gaming, bringing out a Widowmaker into a Wrecking Ball and into a Diva. I mean, you're not going to get a lot out of that. Yeah, there's a lack of shielding, but I mean, the positioning that we saw from Tribulation there, they just denied all the lines of sight. I mean, you saw damage, get the Discord Orb and get the heck out of dodge to avoid the headshot coming through. So a little bit of questionable picks there coming out from Elk. I mean, still, Smiles is getting quite a bit of work done on the McCree,
sure,
but they never dealt fully with the aerial threat.
We'll see if they can figure out how to deal with that Zenyatta and how to deal with these DPS. When we return, we're going to take a short break. We'll see you back here on Volskaya in just a few. Tribulation up 2-0 in our Tier 2 matchup. The fight for 4th place. The battle to see who gets into playoffs and who is going to be watching it from afar. Elk Gaming. So far, they have struggled to deal with the threat in the skies. And, well, we're headed to Volskaya. See if they can start their comeback.
Boy, they've got to do something. They've got to do something to turn this around. Maybe Swig come in? I haven't seen my buddy yet. I'm wondering if there's a tank swap coming in. Hopefully, maybe, I don't know. I think the heals on both sides are actually quite good. I just think that the Zenyatta really reared their head there on Eichenwald, and the Faradif. I mean, battle absolutely carried that map. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The Pharah play was superb. The knockups from Falcon were absolutely massive, getting them out of the position. Taking away their studs. I mean, everything that they needed to do. That was almost a perfect map coming from Tribulation. Losing half a fight, and then still turning it around on their head and getting the kills with the baby diva from Futters, taking out 2 along the bridge there. That was a beautiful use of the Buddy Blaster there. So always happy to see when that happens, being a former diva main myself. Very, very, very mwah, chef's kiss from me to you. But yeah, Volskaya, man, something's got to change right here or it's going to be a fast sweep.
Well, and speaking of diva, I mean, I can't help but feel like a diva might have been the right answer for the Pharah. And in talking with the teams beforehand, I know King's Row Statue had a power outage that persisted for like 8+ hours and was not able to play, and is typically the diva player for Elk Gaming. So it seems like it may have just been a bit of unfortunate events where they could have really used King's Row on that diva in that last map. We'll see if things persist. Let's revisit the standing. Let's take a look at what is at stake for this match, because we're talking about postseason. We're talking both these teams are 5-3, top 4 make it into playoffs. So the winner today, it is win or go home. They will move on, and the loser will just have to watch on Twitch.
Unlucky too. That would be absolutely horrid. So I mean, what I'm looking at here, Tribulation has to win 3-0, right? To get 19 points.
Well, I mean, they'll have the 6-3. Like it's map differential isn't going to play anything here. They might, okay. If they do complete this sweep, it looks like they will actually move into 3rd place off of, maybe even 2nd place off of map differential. I think it's 2nd place from looking at it. Yeah. So if they complete this 3-0, they're gonna shoot right up in the ranks, and they'll have some better seeding going into playoffs.
Right, so there's a lot more on the line here. If you are Tribulation, if you are going to complete the 3-0 sweep, you catapult over Event Horizon into that 3rd position for sure.
Oh, depending on second. Right up into 2nd.
Yeah,
because Phoenix has already played as well. Phoenix sitting on a +8 map differential.
Yeah, I wonder what the head-to-head between Phoenix and Tribulation
exactly. It would go down to the head-to-head if they go up to a +8 themselves. So, yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's true. There you go. All right. As we take a look at our map pool, we'll head into Volskaya for map number 3. Now,
doing extra work here.
Math and stuff.
Doing the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Math and stuff. Oh, man. Maths. Now, we did see some long-range DPS come out from Elk Gaming. Could be just the ticket headed into Volskaya. I also think the Reinhardt Wrecking Ball could work pretty well here as well, with Reinhardt leading the charge on the Wrecking Ball to make sure the high ground is nice and clean.
Right, and I mean, we saw an Ashe come out for the defense there,
right,
from Tribulation. So we had that. You know, if any kind of aerial threat would come out from Elk Gaming, I mean, they've got that taken care of right now. Haven't seen Echo. We saw Tracer come out from Tribulation, but not really much coming out from Elk. So, you know, maybe some swaps onto some different heroes here might be just the ticket that Elk Gaming need to get back into the series, because they are absolutely up against it, and they're on series point. This could be their season right here if they don't take Volskaya. And
just a reminder, we are on live patch. So, I mean, the Tracer nerf is through, the Echo nerf is through, and that Discord orb is only a 25% damage increase as opposed to the 30 as it was a week ago. So, I mean, it could be one of the reasons we're not seeing that Echo. I mean, slightly reduced ammo, so you don't have as much uptime, not as much spam damage coming down, and, of course, the reduced duration on that focusing beam. Seemingly minor changes, but it might be just enough to where our teams are feeling more comfortable with the McCree, with the Soldier, with the Ash. And the Pharah,
Sure.
for that matter.
I mean, we saw Sombra come out. I mean, Sombra could have been another nice counter to the Pharah. You could have absolutely hacked them out of the sky and just got the focus fire in on them. So, I mean, let's see what they bring out here into Volskaya as we head into the map, going to frigid Russia here for our last for our next map. Man, this could be the last map of the series. I like I said, I don't know how this went. And I'd really be interested to see what they bring out coming out of the gate.
Well, Elk Gaming certainly hopes not. They're hoping that they can bring this thing back. But grab your parkas. It's going to get cold. We'll see if my game wants to load here. Hey.
Yeah?
Play, Volskaya. Play.
Jouez, s'il vous plaît. Is it going to load?
I don't know. We're looks like it's teasing us wanting to load, but not quite wanting to load. We do, of course, cast from replays here just to avoid any incidents, just to avoid any kind of stream sniping or anything that might else go along with that. And right now, our replay is giving us a little bit of befuddlement. Come on, replay. You know you want to work. Billy, you may have to vamp for a second. I'm gonna re-download this. I'm gonna re-import this.
Okay. I mean, so looking at what we saw coming out from Tribulation there, the Pharah of battle, the knock-up coming from Falcon, the damage mitigation also coming from Futters, a little bit unsung in that map, but still, it looked like it was the right choices. I mean, they just seem like they're choices that they rotated around, you know, not only on offense but also on defense. I mean, we saw Gamer Troll bring out the Reaper at the very last second, so. We need to see, you know, if they can continue the smart rotations that come from those players, and we'll just see if it's the right move or not. But you know, for Elk Gaming, I mean, I think that you have to get a little bit more aggressive in your defense. If you're going to cede that much space, make sure that you're gathering up as a full 6, and then go full on into them. So we will see what happens to that as we're having a little bit of a production issue here, but that's fine.
This replay is not wanting to cooperate. Here, we'll just throw it a quick break. Let me get this ironed out. I don't want us to have to just talk forever. Forgive us. We'll be right back. I'm going to figure out this issue. We'll get in a minute. All right, we're just going to hop right into this thing. We got it to work. Apparently some update needed to apply, and I don't want to risk backing out. We're just going to jump right into Volskaya, right into Map 3. Tribulation looking to close this thing out, looking to punch their ticket into the playoffs right here and now, but they're going to have to battle through Elk Gaming one more time. We're going to start us off on the defense with a bit of Reinhardt Roadhog.
Yeah, we've got the hook and hammer coming in from them, and what I'm really looking at right now is Glazed Donut on this Sombra. That's going to give Battle a lot of room for pause. It's going to have to worry about the positioning. You're going to have to worry about the jet management as well. Because if you get hacked out, you are in ground Pharah, and that is never a good spot. But Game Patrol bringing out this Tracer, I love the pick. I love the mobility that's coming out. I also love the fact that the Zenyatta is back out here on the field again.
Yeah, the Zen's been serving them well all day long. Gambit's been doing absolute work, building those Transcendents up with just lightning speed. And Battle's going to find first kill, all-important first kill, as they take Kitsune off the battlefield immediately. That's essentially a 2-in-1, Billy. No more res, a lot of healing gone. They're going to rely on Quinn on the Moira to keep the team topped off. Smiles is able to find a kill, but that one does get rezzed up. Safely on top of the box. Gamers back in the action and continuing to put down damage from above.
Yeah, Penguin does get a nice kill onto their main tank, though. But the trades are starting to go in the favor of Tribulation. They're starting to get some progress on this point. Is that going to be a tick? That's one tick of permanent progress up. Nice coalescence coming out from Kitsune, though.
LL pushing out of Mega Room and trying to reclaim their space. See if they can remove that flag that Tribulation tried to plant. There's a little bit of a main tank battle going on. EMP over the top. And, well, looks like it got 2 on that. Falcon being one of those. And the hamster hacked up just has to crawl around on those 4 legs. And he does get taken down. which means that Elk Gaming are able to stabilize here a little bit, though there are still some threats on above looming over them.
They are, and I mean, you've got the Zenyatta up high, so I mean, he's going to have a full field of vision to place that Discord on whomever they want. Oh my goodness, that is a huge pulse bomb, and finish up on that discorded Roadhog. That's a 3+ right there for Elk for Tribulation.
Ooh, and the Barrage coming through. Pick up one with the direct beforehand. Barrage is going to pick up one as well. Battlefy finds 3 in the fight. As Gamer is able to find the kill on Mercy as well. Here come the rest of the progress on point A. It'll be about 5 minutes on the clock for point B.
Very diff right there. Once again, you know, Glazed Donut not getting the value onto the Sombra that they were expecting. I mean, the EMP was good. I mean, it caught 2, and they did get secure a kill out of it, but it didn't take the far out of the sky. And didn't bring it down to a level where they could go in there. So mines coming out from Tribulation onto the point. This could be a snowball.
This is a beautiful kill from Gamer. What a move. The little dasher on the outside to find Kitsune in the 2-clip. That was fantastic. As the Valk is up on the point, keeping everybody alive for Tribulation as they try to make a just short work of point B. Glazed Donut's going to go down 80% to that next EMP. The Deadeye is going to take the Pharmacy down. Penguin's going to drop the whole hog. And it looks like Smiles may have just been the hero of Elk Gaming, landing that 3rd kill onto damage.
Yeah, absolutely perfect positioning on that Deadeye. They got a little bit too big for the britches for Tribulation there. They thought they had the point done. It doesn't, but nay. Said Smiles, I'll drop my Deadeye and I'll take out the Zenyatta as well. Holding Transcendence, no panic ult from him there. So they're going to have Transcendence to move in on this next point. They can use it to hopefully deny the damage from the EMP that Glazed almost has up online. You're also looking for the application matrix coming out of Quinn as well. So let's see how they address this next point. I mean, the pulse bomb, you know, could be an initiator. Kitsune has been really targeted by Gamer on this Tracer.
Nice opening pick. Takes Battle out. They do not get that res off. Good job, Penguin Bud, of camping that spot, making sure Battle was not up in this fight preemptively. Now enough time has passed. The FAR is back in the battle. About a minute, or about 2 minutes already eaten off the clock. Falcon going to the back. That's Gamer's cue to push in. Try to make something happen. Take a breather, keeping the hog alive, and Gamer's forced to recall out. Self-destruct thrown in over the top as the Hammond pushes in. That's going to find Twitch. The rest are just kind of caught in the corner. EMP out from the other side, but it does not catch damage. Damage wisely hiding in the Mega Room is able to come out, drop the Transcendence. With the Barrage over the top is trying to counter the Earth Shatter. It's not quite going to be enough. Smiles making sure of that. Res does come through this time. Battle back in the fight. But Tribulation have already lost so many reinforcements. I don't know they have enough to close it out, though. Damage is going to get that kill onto Smiles. Battles gets the kill onto Quinn. Oh, this might be the turning point as the few remaining members of Tribulation try to get some progress going. They're close to getting that first hit, but damage is going to fall. Penguin drops the whole hog. Gets taken down by the Hellfire Shotguns of Gamer. Here comes Smiles once again with the Deadeye. This time just gets the Mercy. Will it be enough? Does not look like it. Gamer finds 2. Battle finds 1. And there's already 50%, 60% picked up.
This is going to be just a stall into hell right now. The mines spread all
over.
There's 2 huge placement on those mines from Falcon. I mean, they just recklessly ran in there. They didn't have any kind of an eye onto where they were placed. I mean, he got up really high in the sky to get that kind of dispersal pattern on the mines. And man, what looked to be a broken fight turned into a fight win. And you know what really turned that was the fact that Falcon was spinning to win and knocked Kitsune out of that res, and you did not get Penguin Bud back online, and it was all done and dusted from that moment. I mean, they just have not been able to deal with the mobility.
Look at the health bars in the top right corner. That's how close Elk was to holding that. Falcon with 3 ticks of health. Gamer Troll with 1 tick of health. Both left on that point, and they were able to close it out. An extremely tight fight, especially a Penguin Bud on the hog was just so darn close to bringing it back, but Overwatch is a game of inches, and this time that inch fell in Tribulation's favor.
Yeah, and they have 2 minutes. That's going to be an important barrier should Elk be able to complete this map out. They need to get a sizable time bank, you know, at least comparable to match that, because that's going to be time for ultimates to be gained by Tribulation should be going to extra innings. But we'll see what is brought out from the defense here. They're still going to bring out the same tank line that we've seen all day. Gamer Troll going on to the Junkrat, so you're going to try and really choke up this this initiation point with a lot of spam coming in and battle, bringing out the McCree, so you're going to have the flashbang to deal with possibly the Sombra.
That's one way to deal with the Sombra. Glazed Donut just goes running and invisible. I think found a trap. And, well, then that's just a mine. Back to spawn you go. And that's going to slow down this attack right out of the gate.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to pay attention to where you're pathing. I mean, you know, you're invisible for a reason. You don't need to be getting caught into a trap in a mine there. That's an easy, quick amount of ultimate gain by them. Nice pathing going up through the high ground, though. Trying to catch the rotation up here and catch the supports with their pants down.
Yeah, I like to, you know, get Smiles up on the high ground and can rain some Peacekeeper shots down. But it's Quinn caught out of position. It's going to fall to the Junkrat. I think was down in box room or down in the mega room. And it's Elk suddenly looking like they're running out of steam. They look a little lost. They're just kind of standing up there waiting for something to happen. And Tribulation are going to keep putting pressure on them. There was a manual onto Falcon, but Glazed is taken out of the fight. And Elk are at a -2 player advantage, trying to push in on point A.
Yeah, and I mean, what I'm looking for right now is Twitch to do something other than hard shield. That's all he's doing. He's just providing a shooting cover for Smiles on this McCree. They're waiting for Smiles to pop off and get this Deadeye online. Kitsune is going to have to burn the Coalescence should they take too much damage going in. And that Discord Orb is absolutely going to bring that to you.
Tire out for control. Is going to find Smiles. And the Deadeye from Battle is going to pick up one as well. So it's more quick kills coming through as Battle gets the Quinn out of the fight early once again. Look at Quinn's ult percentage. Only at 45% to that first sound barrier. We're 2 minutes in.
Yeah, Penguin, by the dropping the whole hog, taking care of the high ground up here. There is a res that comes through from Zenko, but still, popping that Roadhog ultimate, you know, what did you get out of it? What was the end game there, killing those two people in that high ground area? You could have saved it for a push onto the point, so maybe a little bit of panicking. Oh, no.
Got to stay alive, Falcon. No, I was looking at it. Falcon had his eyes set as the entirety of Gaming was in that tiny room. Falcon's got mines at the ready. Could have been dangerous. Got saved by Glazed Donut in that manual hack.
Yeah, a little bit of peel back coming from Futters as well. That defense matrix taking a lot of that damage from the Sombra gun out of the mix. And there are the mines over the top. They're going to deny this high ground aggression coming from them.
Yeah, you do have Penguin and Smiles down low. They're going to find the D-Mech. Deadeye is finally online. Can they deny the res? No! Zenko a little too elusive with the Valkyrie, and Battle is back in the fight. Gamer is going to throw a mine down from above and is able to, or from the side, is able to get the kill onto Smiles. Now the Deadeye out from Battle once again, and Quinn is down. Still not able to get that first sound barrier online. Gamer's going to find the other support, and Tribulation win this fight.
No. No way. Okay, I thought he was going to get the kill. Does he have a mine? He needs a mine to blow him off. Nah.
Yeah,
Zenko's just going to pull out the pistol. And Mercy took care of the Roadhog.
Mercy taking care of business.
Yeah, but I mean, going into this next fight, I mean, you've got Tire. You're going to have the Transcendence to deny a lot of the damage coming in. Glaze is going to have one hell of an EMP to catch everybody out.
There are a lot of tools in the war chest for Elk Gaming. How do they use them? They need to be decisive here with this attack. Glazed Donut with that EMP should be the thing to start off this fight. Smiles is going to drop the Deadeye, actually, and first two ults are from the tank and the DPS. One is going to get rezzed up as the Tire comes through over the top. Tire's not going to find anything. Coalescence out from Elk Gaming as they try to keep their season alive. EMP out, but the Transcendence is there. Damaged once again with the perfect positioning. Keeping his team in this fight. Keeping Tribulation on top, but Quinn is going to find a kill on the Zenko. Glazed Donut finds the kill on the Damage. Oh, this is looking more and more disastrous for Tribulation on the defense. Manual going down, and we're at a 2v3 on this point, but it's two tanks, two big health pools for Elk Gaming to try to work through. Falcon is able to escape, but the cat does still come through.
Yeah, and they've got 3 minutes to get this done. So, I mean, you've got Shatter online. Nothing else to speak of for the offense here. They've got to build up some ultimates here quickly. I mean, they don't have much to snowball with going into it. Falcon's going to have mines going into our next fight. A pile drive and a knock through will get him those mines, and it's going to deny the point to them, especially if he deploys it the way he did last time.
Elk need to not only cap, they need to cap with time. They cannot afford to give Tribulation 2 minutes when they get no attack. Pushing in. Oh, that's a boop and scoop onto Twitch. The only ultimate off the table for Elk Gaming with just over 2 minutes left to go. There's no res on the battlefield for them. So that is the Reinhardt down. They've got to reset, Billy.
Yeah, they've also lost their off healer as well. So their speed, their initiation to get onto the point, they're going to try and get whatever they can here. Gamer Troll starting to turn the tide in their favor. Almost has a pulse bomb. You're looking at almost 4 ultimates for Tribulations coming into this next fight. You're obviously playing for the EMP. EMP Shatter is going to be your best initiator to get this next point.
Yeah, keep a sharp eye on Glazed Donut. See if Damage can get up the rest of that Transcendence. Damage has been getting these Transcendences so fast. I wouldn't be surprised if they can get that last 35% before the CMP comes out, as they're doing a little spy check off the side. Where are you at, Glazed Donut? Where are you at? I see the front line pushing in. Okay, there, Glazed Donut's way in the back. Pulse Bomb out, takes Quinn early. As Glazed does now have the EMP ready. Manual onto the Diva, but they're forced to translocate out. Can't really do anything with it all the time. Damage continues to build up towards that Transcendence. They need to use this EMP now.
They're going to be ready to go. Valkyrie's going to be ready to go. The Deadeye's going to be ready to go. I don't know if they have enough in the tank to get them out of this. They're going to initiate with the Coalescence.
Quinn is down once again. Coalescence and Mines out from both teams. Mines all over the point. Damage does now have Transcendence. EMP still not used. Kitsune runs into the Mines. Oh no. Twitch is down to the battle mercy of Zenko, who's going to turn around and get the res onto Futters. And Tribulation have once again won this fight. They've taken 2 minutes off the clock. One last chance for Elk Gaming.
Self-destruct and Transcendence to deny any kind of progress on the point. You throw the self-destruct out in the most dire of circumstances. Hopefully you avoid the EMP, or you just wait out the effects of it. Pop that Transcendence, keep everybody up nice and tall. Wild does have the pulse bomb. Got to go for Twin or or Zenko or Damage on this.
Pulse Bomb is going to catch Quinn. EMP does come through. Damage not caught in it. Once again, time and time again, Damage avoids him. Gets out the Transcendence, and it gives battle time to find those kills. And that's 3 in all for Battle, and it looks like Trib have done it. They will take this series 3-0. They are moving on to the postseason with a swift and decisive victory here today. Congratulations to Tribulation Tier 2, at least the second that I know of Tribulation's teams to make it into playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, what a game of cat and mouse there from Damage and the Sombra player from Elk Gaming. My goodness, he was going all over the place, trying to make sure that he was not going to get caught in that EMP, and it does win out in the end. And I got to tell you, this Zero to Hero story that we talked about in the beginning has come to fruition. Massive respect out to Elk Gaming as well. They put up a hell of a fight, but just didn't have enough in the tank today to take the series as they go down 0-3, and they get knocked out of playoff contention.
You know, I'm looking at it right now. All 3 of Tribulation's teams made it into the postseason. Both tiers 2, 3, and 4, all in playoffs for Tribulation. Hats off to that organization. What a way to finish the regular season here today. A dominant performance, wonderful understanding of the meta, beautiful timing and execution. I mean, they had it all here today, Billy. They did not look like a 5-3 team. They did not look like a middle-of-the-pack team in this incredibly competitive Tier 2 division.
All heart. I mean, and Futters, you know, he is the heart of this team, and I just can only imagine the comm saying, "We got it, boys. We got it, boys. We got it, boys.
Winnable!
Winnable!" But still, I mean, just a huge amount of heart. I mean, they had their knocks at the beginning of the season, just like Elk Gaming did, and you know, they both battled to this point to give themselves a chance to get in. My heart goes out to Elk, of course, having friends on that team, Kitsune and Swiggity. Love you guys so much. You guys have been part of my CGL life for almost over 2 years now. So you guys are friends to the end, but still, Tribulation. 3 teams now into the multi-tier tournament 8th season playoffs. That is a huge accomplishment.
Huge.
And 0 to hero, no time flat.
Hats off to both of our teams. Much appreciation all around. Kings Row Statue reached out to me before the match and said, thank you for streaming this. Looking forward to it. And now that means even more, knowing that they had lost 0-3. Still, nothing but respect and appreciation. I mean, two orgs filled with wonderful people. And storied vets of this league. So much appreciation to both of our teams here today for putting on a heck of a show. It was close. This is definitely one of those. Score does not reflect how close the series was. We saw it on the defense. I mean, you saw those health bars I was pointing out. That is indicative of how this match went every step of the way. But Tribulation really just turned it up to 11. Really took it to them, particularly on Eichenwald, to make it a clean 3-0 sweep.
So speaking of turning it to 11, who got the highest of the 11s? Who was our MVP of the match, Bill Skunk?
Ooh, that is a tough question. Honestly, I'm leaning towards Damaged.
Yes! We're 3 for 3 this weekend.
I'm leaning towards Damaged for today's MVP. I mean, that the support play was huge all series long, and the whole team played great. Not to take anybody away from I mean, Battles Fara, awesome. The front line, I mean, Falcon leading the charge, awesome. But it by my eye test today, Damaged really showed up. I mean, perfect positioning against the EMP, knew their win conditions, perfect timing on the Transcendence. Again, able to build them up with wonderful speed. That Damaged gets my player of the match.
Don't forget Li Zhang Tyra and the Baptiste.
Oh yeah.
And that window that kept up the team when they were on their last leg. They're in control center. So my vote for Damaged, absolutely well deserved and well earned. Damage. Kudos to you. You get a Billy Bull star.
The Billy Bull Gold Star coming through right here.
Yay!
Now trademarked. Well, I think that's going to do it for us, friends. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us here today. Special shout out to the King Leg Day for the support and the promotion and popping in and saying hi. Huge. It's an honor to see you amongst us as lowly console casters. So we really appreciate that. But we appreciate you all hanging out. Oh yeah, Jay as well working in production on a lot of high end events. But really everybody, we appreciate y'all so much hanging out with us. Couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much for enjoying some multi-tier tournament with us. Any last words before I send us home, Billy?
My heart's full now. We got another season under our belt, my friend.
Another one under the belt. We appreciate all the love. I see each and every one of y'all out there. We appreciate all the love so very much. And I mean, it's just I can't express my appreciation enough. Thank you all very much for being with us here today, and to our teams for participating. And well, y'all look out for each other in game and out. We'll see you in the postseason.
Bye, guys. Love y'all.